Welcome back, everybody. Time for another episode of Strategic Command World War I, and we are picking up right where we left off, January 30th of 1915, and I've already done everything that I need to for this particular turn, so we're going to go ahead and advance and see what it is that the enemy does next. All right, here comes the Entente Navy once again, pushing me back. Thankfully, I was able to sneak some of those subs out. I've got more that I've got to sneak out. I've got 3 more subs down in here. We've got to try and run them up the coast as best we can before my Navy's pretty much taken out of action. Problem is, this all hurts my morale terribly. Brutal. Jeez. His Navy's everywhere. Alright. He's starting to make his attacks on the land forces side of things. Oh, brutal. And he took out one of my corps, and he's probably going to take out a corps over on the Russian front as well. And it looks like we lost one there. So we lost 2 German corps so far. Brutal. We're going to have to get back at him and get some decent hits myself on this coming turn here. You can see I've also got one that's down to 2 right there that if he just moved one more unit up, he could probably hit. But I'm not sure he's got the unit to do it. That actually might really help me there. If I can just take out Sarajevo and push these guys down, we can start to make some progress on Serbia. Okay, here we go. We took out 28 MPP from the Russians that time. We've got a new artillery unit in the field. I think I might put this one, well, not sure there's a good place to put it in the east, so we might go ahead and put it in the west, or in the east. New sub, we've got to get these subs. Oh, it's an Austro-Hungarian sub this time. Keep it back there for now. New artillery over here as well, and I definitely want to put that over on this side. Ottoman Empire gets the Asia Corps. There's no good spots to put it over there. I guess we'll put it up here. All right, so let's take a look at the situation. As first things first, I want to look at the reports now as far as losses go. Russia's still the highest with 16. Germany's lost 8. So between Germany and Austria-Hungary, we've lost 13. So we've inflicted more on Russia alone. Plus 4 on Serbia, that's 20. 26. So 29 units total. We've inflicted basically better than 2-to-1 losses. The problem is, of course, that it's not just about losses. It's about who do you have in the field. And the Russians still have 64 in the field. The French have 37, so they still outnumber me. But let's go ahead and take a look and see. I'm going to start with the Western Front this time. See where we can make some inroads here. Perfect. Oh man, we just can't hit Antwerp though. Oh, defensive artillery, not good. That worked out okay. He's gonna get it every time though. At least till they run out of ammo. I was hoping to hit them again, I guess not. That's alright. We're gonna have to start hitting Antwerp, I guess, because you know eventually that nut will crack. I don't know if there's anywhere else over here that I want to hit. Maybe these guys here. Nope, nothing good. So just looking for anywhere else that I can hit, and there doesn't seem to be anywhere at the moment, unfortunately. All right, so let's go down and look then at the Serbian front. Man, Sarajevo is just an impossible nut to crack. I'm going to move down here. I still can't hit him. Same here. Just no luck at all being able to inflict casualties. They're just so dug in everywhere. Before I forget, too, let's go ahead and take a look at the naval situation, see who else I might be able to sneak up and out without running into the enemy. I want to try and run my subs right up the coast here without being spotted. And some of these subs, I'm going to... Oh, enemy contact that time. Darn it. Some of these subs, rather than parking them on here, I'm going to actually put a few of them over here, blocking the incoming to the UK so we can try to hurt them as well. All right, let's look at the Russian front. This is where we're hoping to have the most success. Ouch. I might end up losing that unit now. Got to be careful with such things. Not really anywhere good there. Oh, same thing. I got to stop doing that. All right, where can we attack out here that's going to give us some success? There we go. I'll just keep moving forward here. The more I push this line, the shorter I can make it for what I've got to defend with on the Austro-Hungarian side of things. Nothing good there. I can use most of my available points. All right, finally, we're going to start pushing back down on this side. And I think we're pretty well out of points now. Nowhere good to attack there. But we're pushing the line forward. That's all that counts. I think I've got nowhere to go down here. Okay, looking at the diplomacy situation now, Bulgaria is up to 62%. USA is still sitting at 5. Italy hasn't changed, so that's all good news. Romania is getting closer to entering the war. That's not good news for Austro-Hungarian front. But otherwise, nothing really surprising anywhere. We'd really like to get Bulgaria moving, but that's not going to happen until we can make some further inroads down here in Serbia. And now Albania is in the war as well, so that doesn't help things any. But I think that's about all I can do here. It's March 27th, so I don't know if that last turn we must have advanced a whole 2 months or what. But let's take a look and see what happens. To increase our strength in the Mediterranean, we could send a U-boat section via barge and rail to Pola in the Adriatic, where we could use Austro-Hungarian bases to strike at enemy shipping. Sending the U-boat section will... No, you know what? or we could deploy it to the Baltic in late April. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything to be gained by doing that. All right, so we put them under siege there. You know, I need to check the. Germany develops trench warfare level 1. Excellent news. We're really close on artillery weapons for the Austro-Hungarians. Command and control development for the Ottoman Turks. That's some good news. Oh, we're getting those food supplies via neutral Netherlands. We're getting a decent amount of MPPs right now. I want to look at the national morale for every country after this next turn. Oh, he's coming at me. My subs now on the line with the Russians. So we're going to have to be careful there. Maybe move them around a little bit. Had to know at some point they'd come after me. Alright, here comes the fighting on the front with France. Looks like we're going to lose another corps up front. Maybe 2. The Russians hit me there too. As long as we're taking out more of him than he is of me, that's kind of the goal. Ouch. Lost an Austro-Hungarian one there. Yikes. I got myself surrounded. That's bad. Thankfully, he doesn't have anybody else to attack with there. So we can quickly restore that. It seems like a lot of their units they're not reinforcing, which kind of surprises me. It's going to make it a little easier for me to take out a few of those corps. All right, so the blockade continues. Charlie Chaplin stars in The Tramp, so some historical things happening there. Georg von Trapp begins his career as an Austro-Hungarian U-boat ace. Pancho Villa is defeated at the Battle of Celaya in Mexico. So the United States has got their handful dealing with all of that for now. U.S. and Mexico did very nearly come to war, and that's why you had Germany pushing for Mexico to go after the United States. So we lost a cruiser and 2 more corps. That time looks like we only disrupted 14 MPPs from the Russians. We're getting a new destroyer. We'll just kind of keep them back right now. The Metz fighters. Okay, so where do we want to put those? I'm thinking we want to put those on the Western Front. Got a new corps for the Austro-Hungarians. Much needed right now. There we go. Plug them in right there. All right, let's take a look at the Eastern Front real quick. Oh, defensive artillery again. Nothing good to do here. Let's just reinforce this guy here. Get this headquarters moved up. Oh yeah, I wanted to, before we get too far, I want to look at the national morale situation. France is at 93%. The UK is at 97. Italy's at 100. Serbia is at 77. I keep pushing up. Russia's at 90. Germany 81. Austria-Hungary is the bad news. That's 42. So we got to work on that. We've got to give the Austro-Hungarians something to be happy about. And I feel like that would probably have to be dealing with Serbia. Can we get these guys reinforced? We can't. So we've got to try and move them out, or we're going to lose them. This is bad. Oh, darn it. Okay. Man, I just can't hit anybody with any effectiveness whatsoever. It certainly makes things difficult down here. No, I didn't mean to do that. Darn it. All right, Russian front. What can we do? Man, even these guys that only have 7 don't seem like I can do much to hit them. Ouch. Oh, we've made it as far as Warsaw. There's just nowhere I can really attack with any kind of success without taking losses. Let's go ahead and dig in here, because now we've advanced our entrenchment technology, so we can actually go to trench level 2. I think we're already pretty well entrenched there. All right, over to the Western Front now. We've got to get some folks replenished, and what I really need to do now is get myself that entrenched level 2 everywhere I can that I'm not attacking. The darn artillery. There we go. It's just a slugfest right now. That's all it is. Problem is I've got morale issues, especially with the Austro-Hungarians, that aren't going to get any better. I think that's about all the places I'm going to be able to attack right now. Just not really any good spots for an attack that's going to have any kind of success. I gotta get these guys entrenched when I can. Okay, back up here to the naval situation. Obviously, we want to get away from this destroyer if at all possible. And we're gonna try to disrupt him further. And we're gonna try to get over this way to get on these objectives over here as soon as I can. But that means trying to sneak across here without being seen by somebody. Just keep them spread out. It'll be a little harder for him to find me. Oh, we can get that one right on here. Alright, I think that's about all my subs. Oh, we got one more down here. And otherwise, I'm just going to kind of keep my navy as close to port as I possibly can, so we don't lose any more morale points. We've got our carrier right here. All right, I think that's about all I can do right now. All right, new U-boat. Looks like some things happening in Albania. Hopefully that's hurting him. Austria-Hungary develops artillery weapons level 1. We'll see what happens beyond that. He's still pursuing my sub. The good news is he's not causing that much damage to it. Ooh, that hurt. Austria-Hungary's just losing our whole navy, and there's not a lot I can do about it. I mean, I could pull them back further, I guess. But that's only just going to prolong the inevitable. Alright, he's starting to attack along my front, but nothing major so far. He's going to keep pouring, jeez, all kinds of units in there till he hits me. And he did it. Man. Now it's my turn to use the defensive artillery. Alright, there we go. That helped a little bit. It wasn't anything major, but any little bit that I can do to break through a little bit in Serbia is going to be helpful, because that's been a tough nut to crack. I'd love to be able to push back on the Russian front and be able to retake those Galician oil fields. I think that'll restore a lot of my morale if I can start pushing him back to the original borders. It looks like they're pulling back in Serbia a little bit. Of course, I've thought that before. Alright, so that was the end of that turn. Looks like we lost one German corps on the Western Front. We're still only disrupting a little bit of Russian MPPs, but we'll take what we can get there. We're getting a new German corps. And I still feel like I'd rather have them on that front than over here. I feel like I've got enough, but yeah, you know what? We'll throw another one on the Western Front for now. All right, so let's take a look on the east first, because this is really where I want to make my push. I would love to get back to the original Austro-Hungarian borders if I can. It looks like it's not going to let me advance over here too much. And I want to be careful. Why can't I advance there? It's really strange that these guys, they can advance here, but oh well. Man, nowhere good to go. We'll go ahead and at least get entrenched there. We can hit his headquarters. Nothing. I just can't do much with the Austro-Hungarian army for some reason. They just don't have what it takes to be able to break through anywhere. So we have to rely on the Germans to do it. And even there, we're running into some issues. Yeah, that's nice. Is there Russian cavalry? Alright, we won't attack there. I need another unit here because he's going to be able to get at my artillery otherwise. Artillery doesn't do as much offensively as it does defensively. I'm afraid I'll lose this cavalry if I don't reinforce them. So I'll have to do that rather than attack and finish this guy off. Oh, so close. Oh, there we go. Okay. No, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot else I can do over here. Okay, hit Warsaw. Man, that siege is just a tough nut to crack. Not much else we can do there. How about the other really tough nut to crack, which is Sarajevo? Man, I can't even get these guys reinforced. That's harsh. We're going to push back down over here. Gonna have to keep attacking. Oh, this is brutal. Just nowhere good that I can really get a successful attack. I'm going to pull this cruiser back before I lose it. Try to protect it the best I can. Alright, now on the front with France. We do have some spots that we can get some decent attacks. Excellent. Actually, we'll bring this guy down. Switch him out. Actually, I probably should have pulled him back. We can go ahead and get entrenched, though. Alright, what about up here? Alright, well, if we can hit Antwerp for even odds, it may be something we just have to keep trying to do. Just don't have quite enough units to finish them off. There we go. That's another French corps taken out. And let's make it 3, shall we? Beautiful. Hopefully at some point he has a hard time replacing these corps that I'm taking out. Alright, I don't think there's a lot else for me to do right now. Let's look at the diplomacy situation. Not a lot changed, really. We really could use the Ottomans moving in. As long as Italy stays out, I'm very happy. The Netherlands are at 25%. Sweden has moved a little bit, up to 20%. How about reports? Let's look at the situation. Russia's down to... it's only a difference of 10 now between Russia and Germany's number of corps in the field. But the French still have a decent amount. The UK's got a pretty good size amount, too. You can see the size of the Navy. It's just not even something I can really consider taking on. The UK Navy alone outnumbers my entire combined Navy. All right, we developed Infantry Warfare Level 3. We've also got Industrial Technology Development Level 1, so that should all help. We didn't get as much from Norway here, but if we could just get some more from Germany to Austria-Hungary, I think that would help a lot, but I'm already maxed out as far as the amount that I can send to them. I'm hoping that I'm advancing in technology faster than they are because I put a lot of early points into it, but I don't know. I don't know for sure how much he's researching in that department. So, all right, we've got to be careful here because he's going to start hitting these subs. So I'm going to have to start moving them around a little bit. Alright, so he's launching a few attacks on Brussels. Doesn't seem to be enough there. I'm going to lose this guy. Darn it. Yeah, I figured he might come at my artillery, and he just took Krakow on me. Alright, we've got to cut that guy off. But that's going to hurt my morale. And we're going to lose that cavalry unit, too. Maybe, unless he doesn't have anybody else he can attack with. We can definitely cut off that unit that's in Krakow. Just starve them out. Yeah, our Austro-Hungarian morale drops because of the fall of Krakow, and that also gave a pro-Entente feeling to Romania, so that was bad all around for me. But we'll see where the situation is as we go into this next turn. I've really got to start taking some important victory points so I can start pushing the situation and pushing some of these nations my way a little more. So looking at diplomacy here, you can see Bulgaria is still the same. Romania is at 80%. Sweden dropped to 20%. So that didn't do me a lot of good, really. So let's go ahead and take a look down here first. We've still got Sarajevo surrounded and still no real good options. Oh, we're starting to make some progress now. so close. Got to reinforce this unit here. Oh, we couldn't reinforce him very much, though. Can we finish this guy off and take Sarajevo? Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, are you kidding me? All right. There it is. Sarajevo is ours. That should help. Doesn't seem to be anywhere else good we can go. I'm going to try to hit that headquarters. That didn't work out. Alright, I think we're pretty well stuck now. Let's go ahead and entrench wherever we can. No, not that way. Entrench over here. There you go. Bring our artillery down. Alright, not a lot else we can do there, but we took Sarajevo, so that's huge. He's pulled back over here, but I still can't advance for some reason. Not entirely sure why that is. That takes half my available MPPs that are left. What do we do here? We'll just keep him cut off for now. Oh, my poor artillery. At least that's German, so I've got the available points to help there. Oh, finally! That should help too. Let's move in front just to make sure we protect the artillery there. Alright, where else can we push this front? It doesn't appear to be a lot of places I can do that. Looks like they've kind of pulled back up here. I'm not going to advance just yet. No, let's sit tight. Let's entrench these guys. Entrench here too. And entrench here. Alright, so that's all fairly good news. Alright, looks like we have an opportunity here at Antwerp, but it might mean risking losing some of these units. And I'm really concerned about this guy out here. But let's see what we can do. The problem is I just can't get enough units up there to hit Antwerp. What I need is to be able to hit him with 4 to be able to push him out of there. And I can only hit him with 2. Is there anywhere else that I can maybe make a breakout? Doesn't look like it. I'm going to entrench these guys because between entrenching and reinforcing, I think I'd probably rather entrench because chances are I'm going to lose it anyway. So better to try and take some guys with me if I can. And there's nowhere else really that I can attack right now with any degree of success except right there. But I don't think I'm going to push that. So let's get these other units reinforced. Let's take a look at the naval situation, and then I think we'll be ready to move on to the next turn. We're in the middle of June now of 1915. By this point, the war had pretty well bogged down, which is what it's kind of doing at the moment, with little gains here and there. I'm definitely going to probably lose Brussels, which is frustrating, but not a lot I can do about it. All right. Ah, we made enemy contact right at the blockade, too. Okay. Let's pull back from there. All right, we're going to try to get this sub. We're going to have them almost in sight. of the British supply lines. This one we actually can get. We ran into blockade again. Darn it. All right, we're going to keep this guy on the Russian supply lines. Oh, darn it, we made enemy contact again. Jeez. He's parked everywhere at this point. I'm just going to keep moving these ones around, hoping that he won't find me. And I think that's about all we're going to do. We do have some points available, though, so let's see where we can spend some of these remaining points. There's nobody I can really reinforce down here. Oh, there we go. What about over here? Yeah, the main thing that happened on that turn was taking Sarajevo, which will be helpful moving forward, but we've got 83 points left for the Austro-Hungarians, not really enough to do anything. Germans, we could repurchase another lost corps. So let's get the 12th Reserve. Here's our production line for the Germans, what we've got coming up. We're in June, so we're looking at these 2 corps coming in, plus a dreadnought. And then in July, another corps. What about Austro-Hungarians? Not a whole lot until late August, and that's some air power. All right, so there's not a lot else we can really do at the moment. Let's advance. All right, so we did hurt the Russian morale by taking that territory there. More units of Kitchener's new army deploy for service. That's bad news. Hoping we're going to get some good news about having taken Sarajevo as well. We'll see what that does to Serbian morale. All right, he's still hunting my subs, and here comes the attack I knew was going to happen on Brussels. He's going to have probably at least 4 corps hit it, so there's no chance I was going to hold on to that. But at least it straightens my lines out a little bit. But dang. It's a frustrating slog through France. Actually, I haven't even gotten through Belgium yet. Now we've got another Russian unit that snuck in and took something behind me, and they're cutting off my lines now. Even one little hole in the line seems to be enough for him to sneak through and cause all kinds of problems for me. Serbians are fighting back. We've got to take this guy out in Krakow as quickly as possible. I just don't have any second line of defense. Oh, he moved out. Where did he go? Well, we'll take Krakow back at least. We've got to shatter this Russian front. This can't continue like this into 1916. I've got to have him pushed back into Russian territory by then. Okay, so Romania is preparing for a war. They are just about in on the side of the Entente. The Belgians moved their capital back to Brussels. Chief of the General Staff, it has come to our attention that General Ville, commander of the Swiss Armed Forces, is planning to ask the Swiss Federal Council to enter the war on our side. Would you like to send 75 MPPs to employ agents to encourage support? Yeah, definitely. All right, these 2 new corps are going to be huge for me because I desperately needed some additional forces over here on this Russian front. We're going to put them both over here, and they're going to help us go after Krakow. Let's put this one back here, and we'll send it over that way. All right. This will be our last turn. We'll wrap it up at the end of this turn, at least the end of my part of this turn. Again, having trouble being able to advance in different places. Not sure why that is. And I still can't reinforce this unit. Nowhere good to attack again. Goodness, I don't know what to do when I can't attack anywhere with any kind of success. Okay, let's see what we can do up here. Nowhere good to attack here either. So let's just reinforce for now, I guess. We gotta wipe out Krakow first chance we get. And this hurt me a lot too here. Good night. Austro-Hungarians are basically worthless against the Russians. There's just nowhere that they can attack with any kind of success whatsoever. Okay, on to the Western Front then. We're shattering a lot of French corps. The question is it going to be enough to eventually slow him down? Because we also have the Brits over here. Oh, those are the Anzacs there. All right, let's get these guys reinforced. All right, other than that, there's just reinforcing to do. And then let's take a look at the diplomacy situation. Ottomans haven't moved. Bulgarians haven't moved. Romania's at 99%, so they're going to probably enter the next turn just in time to shatter my already unstable front over here, because look at that. That's Romania right there. And that's a big open spot that I've got that, that's going to be brutal. So once again, we're going to have trouble, and we're going to probably have to rush some German units over into that area as well. Are we close to any breakthroughs in research? It doesn't seem like we are. Airship development, that's about it. So I'm just not feeling great about where things are at the moment. We can purchase a couple more of these units, but it's going to take a while for them to get into the field. Really need the Ottomans to join in a hurry, because and the Bulgarians, because that'll help with the issue with the Romanians there. So let me know your thoughts about all that. Use that comment section below. I'm feeling like I'm not going to win this thing, but I guess we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys.